Give me a second here. Okay. And I'm opening.
Recording in progress.
All right.
Here we
I
go.
guess we're gonna wait for a few people to get into the room.
Yep, they're coming in and we're going to get started in a second.
All right. I better put up the right.
Oh, we've got Dale. Dale Stefanos just popped in the room as well. This is
That
great.
is good.
This is going to be a good crew. I hope we've got some Curb fans in the audience. This will be good. This is going to be a good turnout. It's going to be a good day.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully everybody's finding the chat easily. Tell us where you're tuning in from. We'll get started in a few seconds. Or in a minute or so. Got Ocean here. Awesome. Welcome.
All right. Big crowd so far.
Well, it was fun drawing this stuff this morning.
Bill, I lost them all. I spilled my drink on them.
No way, really?
Yeah, I'm saving. I can save Jeff. I think everybody else took a bite.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
They weren't that good.
You accidentally dropped your drink on them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right. Are we ready?
Sure.
So,
We've got a special intro for tonight.
Yes.
It's going. All right.
you have no idea how long it took Timmy to learn how to play that. So,
All right. It's
All right.
another Thursday. That we deviated from the theme song, and I haven't heard a thank you from Dale at all. So
Oh, I was muted. I was talking a lot. So
okay.
good choice.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm John. I'm here with Timmy, Cassandra Loomis Kim, Dale Stefanos, and Bill Cobe. I don't know if anybody else has stepped into the room yet, but I have a feeling there might be a few more that show up. If you haven't drawn with us before, we're going to be doing 3 poses tonight. You'll have options of 4 pieces of reference. So obviously we're drawing reference from Curb Your Enthusiasm tonight. And here is the first pose of Mr. Larry David playing Larry David. And then our second pose is Susie Green. I love her. Bill and I drew her this morning and is the most angry person I've ever drawn before. And then for the first 2 poses are 20-minute poses, and the third pose will give you the option of drawing Cheryl David, which is Cheryl Hines, or you can pick one of these 2 characters from this photograph, either Leon or Larry. So in between poses, it would be great if you could post your work to #illustration_isolation. And then at the end of the night, we'll review everything. So I'm ready. I hope everybody else is. I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to go back. You can go back and pull up the photograph of Larry David and start drawing.
yeah, and I'm gonna drop a link to the photos in the chat. So if you don't have them yet, don't worry. Just grab them there, and you should be all set to go. Please draw along.
Now that you played the theme song, it's going to be stuck in my head for days. I was already hearing it, knowing we were drawing this.
Yeah, there's a good chance this recording's not going to get released. I think we probably already got it flagged on YouTube. But I told John, I was like, this show it's for the live audience. You know, that's where the magic is, in my opinion. So yeah.
Well, what is that? That's not, what is that music? That's not, that wasn't written for the show. That's that.
That's the
Yeah,
theme song to
so-
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No, I know, but that wasn't written for the show. That music existed.
Oh, it's been around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Scott Joplin or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's called the song is called Frolic,
Okay.
and is by let's see, I'll look it up.
Thank you.
So just so you can know exactly whose copyright you are infringing.
Yeah, so we owe an apology to Luciano Michelini.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a great name.
At least
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
But the legal case will be settled in the United States. So
Yeah. Yeah. John and I won't get to go to Italy.
does anybody have a
not
favorite?
willingly.
Not willingly.
Well, yeah, cross it off the vacation plans.
Hey, we've got good news from Ocean, and John and Dale, you're probably gonna have to fill us in on the details of it, but have good news to share. The piece I showed at Study Hall last night got attention from the band that it was inspired by. So 2 questions. What is Study Hall? And what was the band that Ocean drew?
Well, I can't remember the name of the band.
Okay. All right, maybe start with what Study Hall,
Oh,
John.
Brick and Mortar.
Yeah.
I do remember Brick and Mortar. Correct, Dale?
That was the first study hall I haven't been to in a long time, so you're
That's
on
the
your own.
piece she's posted in. She
All
posted in
right.
class.
So Study Hall is
I'll
indeed.
explain Study Hall.
Okay.
Study Hall is our.
Maybe
is our-
lead with that.
It's our. Well, you were asking what one of your first question was, what was the band? It took me a second to remember, but it was Brick and Mortar. And Study Hall is when all of our classes come together in the middle of the week. And it is a check-in on assignments, and we do with a number of our instructors, we do critique and suggestions of paintovers or whatever's required to help people with their assignments throughout the week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
That
great.
makes sense.
And
Checks out.
Good job.
it's my favorite part of our program.
I love it. Yeah.
I do too. It's you get to hear different points of view, different artists. Actually, Bill joined me last night, and it's just I like to refer to it as illustration triage. You just help people fix what they need to fix on their images, help them the best way to move forward with the work, whatever they're working on. Ocean, that's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah.
I congratulations, and Ocean's one of our hardest working students.
Yep.
And good things are coming their way.
Yep.
Lots of good stuff has happened recently.
I wonder if that's cause and effect. It's the first study hall I've missed in a long time, and there was a good outcome. So maybe,
Oh, I see you connecting the dots.
yeah. I know you already did that, Timmy, and you were waiting to pounce. I was
Hey,
getting
yeah.
out in front of it.
Which on the topic of VAP Visual Arts Passage mentors, Audrey, awesome to have you back. This is awesome. Haven't seen
Hi,
you for a
I'm
while.
so-
Oh,
yeah.
Audrey's here.
Oh, yay. Hey, Audrey.
It's nice to have you back.
Hello.
Yeah, Audrey.
Hey,
Very
everyone.
cool. You were missed.
Aw, thank you. You're missed too. I don't know if I can stay the whole time, but I can
Oh,
stay.
come
part
on.
of the time.
No, that's okay. No pressure.
Is anybody I don't know here or I haven't met?
I think you know the gang.
Okay, cool. I just thumbed through just in
Yeah,
case. there was
Cassandra, Dale, and Bill and John.
The real question for me is how many people have you actually met here? How many people has everybody met? John's met everybody, I think. Have you, John?
some-
I
Are you
have
talking
not-
about in
I've
person?
never met Audrey in person.
No.
Which is crazy because I feel like I know you. Like I feel like I've met you in person, but I haven't, Audrey.
I
Crazy.
know. It is kind of crazy. Like my mom knows who y'all are.
That's funny.
It's awesome.
You're just like, you're not gonna believe what Timmy and John did this week.
Yeah. Just like that. Oh my God. This is like a shout out to Visual Arts Passage. I was literally using the ideation notes that we use for class for myself for work before I came on here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
I use the class documents for myself.
That's so cool. So can I ask how specifically you used it? Like what was the,
Oh, just like following the ideation steps and like tips when you're stuck, or just the usual things like the word bridges and
yeah.
all that good all that.
Were you having a moment of how the hell do I do this?
A moment.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like a little bit something like that.
'Cause sometimes before I kind of dig in, I'm just thinking about things. Sometimes I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How the hell am I going to do this? And it of course, it's just like muscle memory once you do start, but
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah, like you get in your head.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a formula, but it's at least something that comes up. It's something that I've been telling my students too, is stop for a moment in your ideation and just reflect and say, what do I feel like drawing? And see if you can circle back and find a way to incorporate that into
Yeah,
your
that's such a
piece.
good point.
That's a really good point.
Because there usually is like a Kevin Bacon way of anything that you feel like drawing, working it into what you're doing. And I told them to do that with I think it was it's our like Snap Crackle Pop first assignment. I was like, pick something you like first and go the other way. So
Yep.
yeah, that's
Well, then sometimes there's the this happens a lot. I don't know if it happens with you guys, but you'll come up with an idea that solves the problem well, but it's like, I don't want to draw that,
yeah.
Totally.
right?
Kind of like what I'm doing right now.
That's
I'm not sure I want to draw Larry David.
funny. So you guys drew this morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, this morning I thought about you when I was drawing Larry David, because I just through, I just got to that point. I want to get rid of the chin part, but I thought Dale would tell me to stop,
Yeah, stop right there. That's good.
so.
Job well done.
I think once you get the glasses in and kind of the tilt of his head, you sort of most of the way there, then you can play with the other features and stuff. But,
Draw Bernie Sanders. Doesn't he play Bernie Sanders at some point on SNL?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, he was Bernie Sanders for a while.
And a very good one.
He was
Very
really
good.
funny.
Whatever that cryptocurrency commercial he's doing now, it's really good too.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
no?
seen a crypto commercial.
Oh my God. It's just going through things. He's basically just, it's funny because he's being honest. He's playing characters like the guy who said the wheel wouldn't work and fire wouldn't ever catch on. And like the last thing is, somebody's talking about crypto and he's like, trust me, I know these things. It's never going to work.
Oh, I did see that. That was really funny.
Yeah. So he could be honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What's everybody working with tonight? John, maybe we could start with you.
I'm drawing with pastel.
Do you ever deviate from pastel? Is there a reason why?
I used charcoal this morning.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. If you were paying attention, you would know that, but that's all right.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. I wasn't like doing any administrative work or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
He couldn't
Yeah.
pay attention because he was paying people, sending out checks.
Thanks, Audrey. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's
I
nice.
appreciate your
Wow.
awareness.
We have a classic sort of worker office tension going on here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can't avoid it. All right. Next on our Hollywood of Squares.
Hollywood of Squares. I
Hollywood,
like that.
what is it called?
Hollywood
Squares.
Squares.
Hollywood of Squares.
No of.
So sorry if I was paying attention.
Okay.
Cassandra, what are you using today?
Oh, I'm doing acrylic on cardboard that I sealed with GAC 100.
Gack.
Love it.
Slinging the gack.
Oh yeah.
I can't seem to get my camera to work, which is a first.
John, I'm assuming you haven't switched your cameras yet intentionally, but
Oh, no, I have done that completely,
Oh.
just absent-minded.
not on person.
Just not paying attention.
Not paying attention. Trying to think about how I was going to answer your questions.
Oh my God, my parents
Wow.
used to always go. It's John, it's called situational awareness.
Wow, there's definitely some tension going on here.
Yeah.
I'm not involved, so
Yeah, Dale,
Can I get
you've
the popcorn?
never caused tension before.
no, I'm enjoying this. Just have at it, gentlemen.
You just came to watch.
Yeah,
Dale, what are you working with tonight?
I'm working with a pencil that doesn't seem to be working quite properly. I don't know what it is. It's
Really?
not catching the likeness here.
Is that like a chef when a chef complains about an oven?
Yeah, this oven's not cooking these things to my taste.
Yeah,
There's something wrong with the pencil.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about the faulty pencil tonight.
Someone just said their drawings are starting to look like Danny DeVito. Any advice for them?
Are they talking about our drawings?
No,
Oh.
but
Yeah, don't draw Danny DeVito.
Oh, can we have a Danny DeVito night though? Because he
Oh
would
my
be
God,
fantastic to
yes.
draw.
I would love a Danny DeVito night. It's
That's
just
fair.
we're just doing 4 Danny DeVitos.
Sorry, Mel, you just sent us down the rabbit hole.
Advertise it as like D&D night.
You know, Audrey, if we sent out a D&D email, it would definitely we'd have a bump in attendance, I think.
Oh yeah.
But it's like stands for Danny DeVito.
Yeah, there'd be a huge bounce rate. People would be like, oh, I misunderstood. I'm out.
I can't seem to get my cam to work. I'm gonna try to restart Zoom and
Yeah.
jump back in.
So if it looks like Danny DeVito, stretch out the top of the head a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because Danny DeVito has a rounder face and like you
much
know,
more sloping
Larry
back.
David
forward.
has a much more longer egg shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, what are you working with?
I'm working with a piece of pastel and I'll probably switch to ink later, but I'm trying to just get the shape of his head, his hair. And once I got those big glasses in, which might be a little bit too big,
Yeah.
I realized with the glasses and the tilt and in his eyes, it starts to look like him.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do as little as I can. Not because I'm lazy, but because if I do too much, I'll ruin it.
So is everybody drawing on the panel a Curb fan or more of a Seinfeld fan or neither?
I've watched more Seinfeld than Curb, but I like Curb. Just
Yeah.
I love it.
I love them
I
both.
get it confused with movies that Larry David's been in.
What movies has he been in?
I don't
wasn't
know.
even aware of his
I
film
can only
career.
think of one. He played one where he like was like a Silicon Valley guy.
Oh,
And it
wasn't
wasn't.
there some movie where he was an older guy with a younger girlfriend?
Isn't that just Curb Your Enthusiasm? But
I-
it's-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, no. He's really just shines playing himself, you know.
and I do like him as Bernie Sanders.
Mhm.
oh gosh, he's so funny as Bernie Sanders. I
I
haven't watched the show a ton. Like there was a time when my brother had a surgery and I went to visit to help out, and like I watched a whole bunch with him because he was all about it in that moment. So like I had like a very condensed day of like 12 episodes all at once.
Oh, wow. Of Curb?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a dark day, actually. That's,
I don't think I could do that.
Oh, I love Curb.
yeah, I do too.
It
It was,
yeah.
it's funny, during the pandemic, when my kids were home, this was we would bounce between Curb Your Enthusiasm and Modern Family. So it was this
Oh,
weird,
funny.
yeah,
Oh,
this weird.
Modern
dark-
Family kind of a palate cleanser.
I'm not sure which was the palette cleanser for which. You can watch like 30 Modern Families. And it's like, did I just see this? I don't know. Whatever. I really
Yeah.
like that show, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was such a weird jump. And then
Yeah.
I thought it'd be so cool if they lived next to each other. What would that be like? Like, would Phil be friends with Larry?
Oh, this is
That's a
like
really good question.
yeah. I like this like alternate universe crossover episode.
I prefer that to the whole comic book crossover thing, like the
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the hypothesis. Like somebody made kind of a teaser that Bryan Cranston in Breaking Bad was just in witness protection for Malcolm in the Middle.
that would be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that.
Those shows
I'm gonna
are-
green like that show.
That was weird, Cassandra, because there was like it was almost the same character.
No, it can't be the same.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. Like they like outline like very concrete things that were like exactly the same. First of all, and also in Malcolm in the Middle, he passes up an opportunity to work with like a tech company that becomes billionaires in chemistry.
Oh, that's funny.
And the exact same thing happened in Breaking Bad.
But he has a very different personality.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it is like a 90s sitcom. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not making a real claim. But it was like somebody was like, I'm gonna rewrite Malcolm in the Middle.
I like
but
that.
Dad becomes a monster. Yeah.
Well, I Breaking Bad would definitely have to come after Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Just because.
He was so delightful as Hal.
he really was.
Yeah,
Uh,
I liked him as a Trumbo. Dalton Trumbo.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was really good.
Good
Yeah.
actor. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I had a real kind of, oh, what do you call it? Not an identity crisis at all, but like a come to Jesus, oh my God, is that me moment with Malcolm in the Middle. There's an episode where Hal really gets into speed walking,
Oh yes.
and he gets like the arrow helmet and the spandex and all that
spandex.
stuff. And I had an identical helmet for my triathlon bike. And like, just for a second, just like when Spinal Tap came out, I was like, what? I didn't see what was so funny. And then I realized, oh my God.
yeah.
You were too close to it, Dale.
I was.
That's
Yeah.
so
And the
funny.
kids, and the kids were looking at me like, Dad, see that? See it? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, did you feel it go over your head?
I
No,
got
his head was protected by the helmet.
Yeah.
it.
I feel like that's the equivalent of, you know, everyone says like Steve Carell's character in The Office, like every office has that guy. And if you don't know that guy, that means you are that guy.
You're that guy. That's awesome.
Oh, that's
What would our
terrible.
office be like? Right? Like if we had an office full of illustrators, that'd be kind of
That would be funny.
like, who would be who?
Who
We
would
would be out of business.
Way, no
You
way.
guys
we're-
couldn't afford an office.
Hey, we're not fine artists. We're illustrators, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody asked earlier, I want to know if there's any way I can support you guys because I just love the way you draw. What does everybody have projects going on? What's everybody been up to? I'm just curious on the topic of selfless promotion. Anybody got any projects? Cassandra,
yeah.
do you have a show that you're preparing for? Or?
Oh yeah, this is like my insanity month. So this week I just finished doing 3 illustrations for beer labels for
Oh, nice.
yeah, so that's really fun that I get to do that. And I got to try the beer like a couple weeks ago and it's really good. So I'm excited to be doing that. And then
Is it local or national?
yeah, local out of Virginia Beach.
What's the name?
Wasserhund Brewery.
That's cool.
Yeah, they were like these chemical engineers that went to Germany and tried beer and thought, we want to do this instead.
Funny.
Yeah, so they're really cool. And then I have like a bunch of shows coming up. So I've been doing art for shows. So it's just been like a whole big mix of a whole bunch of stuff all at once.
That's great.
And I'm preparing for next month. So which I get to do Studio Bridge.
Oh, nice.
All right. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dale, what are you up to?
I'm in the middle of 30 portraits for like small portraits for Boston University Magazine.
Whoa, that's cool.
Like a who's who, alumni kind of thing.
Is it a 30 under 30?
It's not, no.
Okay, I just assumed you just
That's a
said
good
30.
guess. It's like a tech-based sort of thing. To be honest, Timmy, I just got the pictures and I'm like, there was no concept attached. So,
They're just like, draw this.
yep.
All right, that's cool. How small?
Not too small.
Not small enough.
No, I'm doing them, so they're gonna be printed at maybe an inch high, but
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson. So I'm doing them at 8x10 on the computer. And I say I learned my lesson because a bunch of years ago, I did a what was supposed to be about the same size, like an inch high
Mhm.
portrait of the golfer. Dang. What's his name?
Tiger Woods.
No, he passed away. Legend.
Jack Nicklaus.
Nope, the other one.
Arnold Palmer.
Oh, no, Palmer, thank you. For a column that he did for Golf Digest, and then it was small, so I just did it small, so it was pretty loose, but when you reduce it, it tightens up. And then when he died, I got a call from the art director that said, congratulations, you're getting free money. We're going to use that piece you did as the cover for a memorial issue. And it's not cover worthy. It was meant to run as a small spot. Yeah. So, it was on one of those every checkout line in the world had this magazine there for 2 months, and I had to look at it and just like cringe because, you know, it was not meant to be that size, put it that way.
You weren't given a chance to work on it all?
No, 'cause they already had it and it was already a done deal.
Are they like, oh, come on, it looks great, Dale? Is that, yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
And the art director's, you know, a real together guy, so I trusted him. But you know, it's just not like if I was doing a cover, I never would have let that leave. So that's a long way of saying I'm doing them bigger than I need to do them.
All right, this is the 5-minute warning for our first pose.
That's not good. I need a lot more time.
Yeah, me too. Jeez.
No.
The first one's always rough for me.
Yeah. Like I have to warm up.
Oh, that's looking good,
workout.
Cassandra. How come all yours look much better than mine? Hey, Montalvo's here.
Yeah.
Hey, I just
Hello.
Hey, Matavo.
Hey, how are you doing, guys? How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm late.
Nah.
Just started. Really, I just started. You just said the 5-minute warning, and it, you know, I didn't even warm up.
Now, Montalvo, you've got to do
Sorry.
what we've all done, but you only have 5 minutes to do it.
Or just start on the second one. Like save yourself the trouble.
I know.
Do that too. That's a way to go.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good.
Hey, John and Bill, would pastel work on just regular old, you know, drawing paper?
That's what I'm using it on.
I think I'm gonna try that for the next one.
Yeah, it will.
All right. I'm gonna get adventurous.
All right. Way to
I
go.
actually like it better on regular drawing paper than I don't really like pastel paper.
I hate pastel paper, yeah. But I didn't know if like a something with a little more tooth, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you can move it around a lot.
Yeah.
And not so bad. So I was going to say I'm working on a portrait of one person. Well, it's two people in the picture. It's a baby and his great grandfather is a commission.
Oh, right. You were talking about just getting the commission last week, right?
Yeah, so I met with the woman and we had a nice talk and we agreed on a price. And unlike the other person that wanted me to do something for free, I got a follow-up email about that saying, you know, it was one of those, I thought you were a real artist.
What?
And
Oh my God!
I'm
No.
like, I am a real artist. That's why I'm asking you for money.
That's like a real job.
It's like,
Is it really? That's weird, man. That's a
yeah, but
How can that
yeah.
be an argument?
yeah.
How
Well,
can that be an argument? Hey, I was, you know, going to the, you know, supermarket, and then they wanted to charge me. I thought there was a real supermarket.
But they're real grocery store.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stop at the gas station, fill it up. What, money? Is this a real gas station or what?
Yeah.
yeah, I've had that whole, you know, can't you do it for love?
Oh yeah,
I
for my
don't know.
kid.
Yeah.
For my son, I do it for love. I
I'm
always
already
do
doing
it.
it for love now.
Yeah, I do it for love, only for my son, for my wife, my girlfriend, or whatever. Some
Mhm.
people that I really love, you know.
Yeah.
This
But it
guy
must be
is
so easy for you.
crazy.
I had somebody ask for a friends and family discount and they haven't talked to me in 5 years. And then I gave them a discount and then they never talked to me again because it wasn't cheap enough for them.
Oh God.
Oh, you insulted them with a discount.
Well,
That doesn't
because I
make any
didn't discount it enough.
Well, that's when you say I charge my family exorbitant amounts. So thank you.
I really
I
gave
can't
them a
stand
big
those
discount
people.
too.
Yeah, well, somebody once told me, if you can't make money off your friends, who can you?
That's funny. That's funny.
This is the end of the 5 minutes. This is the end of our first
What?
pose.
All right.
So we are moving on to image number 2. So if you're drawing along with us, which I hope you are, highly recommend it. Snap a photo of your first drawing and share it with us on Instagram using hashtag illustration isolation and add visual arts passage. I'll drop that info in the chat right now. So I have a follow-up question to what you guys were talking about, because when somebody goes to get a painting or a drawing, because I've run into this where I really want to buy a painting or a drawing from somebody,
Mhm.
but I'm afraid to ask because I'm worried that that it will be far more than I'm willing or able to pay for. And what do you think is the best way to very politely say, like, oh, that's lovely, and that absolute, like, how to not, like, if I were to say, Dale, I love that illustration of Larry David, I'd love to buy it, and you're like, well, it's $1,000, and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't. What's the best, most respectful way to back away from that?
Oh, just be like, hey, I'm kind of interested in how much that costs. I may not be able to afford
Yeah.
it, but I really like your work. Like, as
Yeah.
simple as basically what you said
Yeah.
is great.
Uh-huh.
Kenny,
Yeah,
I
if you just-
take layaway too, so, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that, Bill. I mean, you just go in and say, I've never bought art before, whether you have or not, and just say, like,
Yeah.
no idea. I love it. What,
Uh-huh.
what would it cost? And if it's too much, you just say, whoop, can't afford it. Do you sell prints?
Yeah.
And most people that have asked that, like, it's been very, like, they're genuinely interested and they've told me no. And I've never been offended by that, of
Yeah.
being curious if they could get it and if it's a little beyond the reach. It's when people expect to get something for free. That's when
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Well,
dude.
I've just always, I totally understand that, Cassandra. I've always thought it was interesting though, and delicate, because whenever I've been interested in it, I've always thought, this is a very personal thing, and they attach a price to it, and that's the value. And I've always thought it is delicate. You want to be respectful, and yeah.
But I've never been offended by someone asking a price and then being like, oh, it's a little out of my reach. And I've always said, oh, thank you. And then, sometimes I'm able to find an affordable option that's something else for them. And, like there's, as
Yeah.
long as you're talking to somebody kindly, I don't think you're going to go wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Dale, what is the tiniest drawing you have?
The tiniest drawing I have.
Yeah. Do you have any 1x1s?
It's smaller than this.
Yeah, that's.
You know what it is
Yeah.
now?
I might be in the Dale Stefano sticky note budget.
Miniature art.
This is my. Can you see this? This is my
Yeah.
new smallest drawing that I have.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay. I love it.
I'm offering that for the very affordable price of $1,000.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
So this is the first time I've ever purchased art, Dale, and I wasn't ready for that number, and
Well, that could be the opening bid.
and I'm just gonna have to be like, Montalvo, what's the tiniest art you have?
Well, if that's the case, Timmy, then another small drawing.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That one's only $100.
I have sketched in some post-it size things,
Yeah.
the yellow ones. That'll be really cheap, like $5.
Yeah.
Do you want to,
Yeah.
some, I could. No,
So,
I'm just-
We'll have to.
Hey, Timmy, can I
Montalvo-
tell you a secret about all of this? Like when you're asking an artist about pricing,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I know it's new to you, but it's not to them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
And they're pretty, I think our artists have a pretty thick skin about that
Yeah.
and are, well, used to, again, even as a successful artist, I still, I think you fail more than you succeed. It's just the way it is. And so
So true.
I don't think artists are going to get hung up on that.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be flattered that you're interested.
Well, that's good.
What's the second one we're doing?
So
Susie.
Susie. Yeah.
Oh, Susie.
Susie Essman.
Yep.
I love her character.
She's amazing.
Now she looks like, or she acts like she's from Boston, Dale.
Oh, she acts like she's from New York.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very comfortable with her.
These are my people.
Yeah.
Audrey, I was just going around the circle and asking everybody what they've been, busy working on or what projects they have going on. Are you pretty busy right now? Anything in the works?
Over the winter, I had a lot of stuff going on, and now I'm working on a Folio Society interiors. So
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Can you
Yeah.
say what book?
I actually think I can't, but I
Okay,
wish I could, but
it's okay.
I don't
Nah,
know.
Do it anyway.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't
say this.
know, but we finished and we're testing out the binding and the screen printing stuff. So it's
that's
really
cool.
cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a dream client.
Yeah, they're great.
So for the people that don't know, do you want to talk about what the Folio Society is?
I'm to summarize it, I would say it's a collector's edition book company that they release sometimes limited edition. I think most of them are limited edition collector's copies that have a slipcase and illustrations throughout books, and I think they're mostly classics.
Yeah.
So collectible classics.
They're beautifully designed.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Nice.
Was that for reference, was that Sterling Hunley's Treasure Island?
I believe it was a Folio Society thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know, what's his name did a Lord of the Flies for them. Sam, can't think of his last name. Sam, you know him, Dale. Realist guy.
Sam Weber.
Sam Weber, thank you.
Here's Sterling's. Yeah, it's Folio Society, but everything about them is beautiful.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Spine's beautiful, and
Hale, you've got everything in your office.
I
really
got the toys, man.
It's a reach away. Everything.
It's several steps, but yes. But yeah, really
With
beautiful.
your wingspan, I'm sure it's a reach.
Wing.
Yeah.
Dale's only 6'9". You know. Well, Dale, how tall are you?
6'2". I used to be 6'3", but we're on our way back down.
That's a dream height for me.
What is 6'2"?
6'2", 6'3". Oh man, yeah.
It's cool. It works. You're not too tall.
Oh, I just feel like, oh man, life would just be all green lights if I was.
Wow. How so? That's a fascinating take. That's fantastic. I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and just think, you know what? All green lights today.
I'm living Timmy's dream.
Yep. It's a green light day.
You know what? It feels that way because my brothers are 6'2", 6'3". My dad's 6'4". I'm 5'2".
Oh wow.
I didn't get any of it.
height.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of dream about being smaller, like really tiny.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
Really?
I don't know. I feel like it would be like green light go if I was like, I don't know, like a couple inches tall. That'd be so fun, like Thumbelina or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like that would be the major flex. Like, so, like
Wait.
A
I love that
Thumbelina.
thinking.
I love it. A Thumbelina situation.
Oh.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that would be fun.
Do you
Yeah.
so do
I'm
you
with
picture
you.
yourself needing help getting around like that, or?
Yeah.
Well, no. I feel like things would just go into like a new perspective, right? Like
Do you
you
think
would,
like, would you have help? Like, would people be like, "Oh man, there she is. Let's give her a hand."
imagine me like trying to teach my class, like jumping on like my keyboard.
Hi everyone.
Oh wait, you don't have a Thumbelina-sized computer in this scenario?
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't. I just have to like
Yeah.
Compensate.
plug in my
Roll your
computer.
body around the Cintiq. There's a question about John's
Why not?
paper.
It'd be fun. There were so many shows like that in the 90s. I feel like.
Hey, John, you mentioned not liking pastel paper. What do you use with Prismacolor sticks?
I use just a smooth paper. A smooth
Academy
tone
paper.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just realized how bright I looked in the camera, how bright his teeth look.
I love that, actually.
That looks really
That
good.
looks
I was
fantastic.
enjoying that.
That's one of my favorite things about it. Is how bright it is.
Yeah. I think it places the skin tone right on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Montalvo, do you have any projects going on right now?
Yeah, actually, I have one right here on my left. I maybe change the camera here. It's a Spanish composer. Let's see if I can change the camera here. It's supposed to be Alt N. Is that right?
Not yet. Montalvo, you just have cameras pointed everywhere.
Just everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Let me
three
switch
cameras.
to easel cam.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the big one.
Oh,
Let's see if I can get the other one by the phone here.
Oh, wow.
And then
That's
you
cool.
can check this out.
Be careful not. Oh, you're gonna. Yeah. Cool.
Let me change this once again. Well,
Careful with that echo.
oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Is it-
That was fantastic.
Mm, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
What's his name?
It is Agustin Barrios.
Here, I'm gonna
Spanish
spotlight you.
composer. Oh yeah, here he goes.
Wow, beautiful.
The Agustin Barrios. It's
Now, what-
it's kind of big one. It's a full sized paper that I have, 66 by 90 something
Jeez.
centimeters, not inches.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
don't know
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian.
Holy Pluto.
But yeah, the thing is, I'm projecting this, and there's the composition called La Catedral, that is the one of his most known pieces. And there's another one, same size, which is another Spanish composer, but he's on a piano on the second image. And I got to finish this until maybe half of next week.
And
Montalvo,
what's
is
it going
this-
to be used for?
It's a commission for a friend of mine. Actually, his wife is making him a present, so she's negotiating, and she's gonna give him as a present to him.
Oh, that's great.
Montalvo, what materials did you use for that?
Oh, this one is basically pastels for now. I'm using 2 tones of pastel, 2 darks and 1 light, 3 tones actually. And this lettering was made on this Posca pens here, really fine on the edge here. And when I finish this part, I'm gonna place it on my desk and finish it with gouache, so I can get some real darks and some, real highlights. I'm using gouache just like I would in oils. I'm thinking oils and using gouache. It's kind of easy thing to be working with.
that's how I found it to be. Like, that was kind of the only way, when I first started using gouache, that was the only way I could use it, and liked it.
So I don't understand that. So gouache doesn't blend like oils. You don't have, it's not as active. So how do you mean you're using it like
That's what
oils?
it's saying.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
can get some real thin transparencies on gouache. Watercolor mixed with gouache makes some real beautiful transparencies. And you can go
Oh.
with a little bit of whites and grays on it, and it starts to get opaque. So you can
Okay,
get
so
some
more
coverage on the opaque.
glazing. Okay.
Yeah. After the pastels, I use some real, thin down gouache and watercolor, so I can go, real dark if I don't mix it with whites. And if I start mixing it with grays and whites and things and other colors, it becomes opaque enough so I can get some coverage, but not full coverage. I still keep the underpaintings and all the line drawing and all this kind of stuff. It remains. So I can get the best of both worlds, the best of pastels, and then I go over top of it with gouache. And it's, easy for me because it doesn't smell. I'm working in my apartment, and
Yeah.
I love oils. But on the other house that I was living in, I had a big studio, and I could just open the doors and, windows and stuff and get some air flowing. But if I can't do this here, it would be just, kill myself trying to make a big painting.
Right.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah, I want to go beyond a next painting. I have some long, my life expectation. I wish it could be, a little bit longer than that. Well,
that is too bad.
that's what I'm doing for the
It
moment.
looks great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
For
so much, guys.
for artists who are maybe less experienced or still learning, which is everybody, how did you come up with your process for deciding on the composition and the structure of that work?
You mean this one? Or any other
Yeah,
one?
the one you just shared with us.
Oh yeah, I had this photograph that that the girl sent me, his wife sent me, and I just tried to make a composition with the musical part on the background on Photoshop. So I cut it out and try to get things as sharp as possible for projection, and then I just project it on a paper, trying to make a smart cropping with the photograph that I had. And this is something like you're thinking composition with a projection, and then you have to consider the borders of the paper, where would be the soft spot for the character. Sometimes you have to make it a bit bigger, or just complete some part that you don't have in a photograph. That's the flexibility of being an illustrator. You can do things that are not on the picture, or just just disconsider some of the information that you have on the picture that could be just, you can discard a lot of things as well. So I think the good thing about being an illustrator is that you can get your reference and exaggerate some parts, some contrasts, and just ignore the rest. And then you have some focus on what really matters.
We were kind of talking about that this morning, and I felt like when you do that in a photograph, it feels more contrived. But if you do it in a drawing, it feels like a choice.
Yeah, choice. I think that's the word.
It's a funny kind of exchange. I noticed I posted something, I don't know what the hell it was, and someone said it was a photo, and someone said, oh, that looks like a painting. And then there have been other times when I've posted drawings and people say, oh, that looks like a photograph.
I know
and it's funny that and I've seen that many times now. And it's just funny that that's, we kind of flip our reference, as to what, I don't know if we're attaching some kind of quality to one or the other, or I don't know. I just thought it was a funny thing to happen, Oh,
I
it's
have
so
a, I
good.
have, I have a funny
photo.
feeling about this. When people say, "Look, it looks like a photograph," I know that they're, it's
It's
a
a
compliment.
compliment.
Yeah, for their view is a compliment.
Yeah.
And I receive that from them as a compliment too. So thank you. Yeah, so cool that you liked it. Okay, but in me, for my personal sense of what's good or what's not so good, I wish it wasn't like a
Yeah.
photograph. I
Yeah.
didn't want it to be a photograph. I'm not trying to be photographic. So they don't know it.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean,
what can I do? It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. Yeah. And you have to take it as a compliment, but I totally agree with you. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I worked so hard to
I didn't want it
not
to be
do
like a
that.
photograph. I want it to be a drawing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I
And it's,
say that to someone, it could sound like arrogant or cocky.
no, I totally agree. Yeah. But it's a weird thing because I enjoy both. I enjoy taking photographs and I enjoy drawing, obviously, but it makes me, especially lately, like I've been questioning, oh my, which one of these is there one that's more valuable, or is it just situational, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can argue with a drawing, right? You can say that doesn't look like that person. If you have any degree of realism that you work with. But you can also do that with photographs. You can take a photograph that doesn't represent what the person looks like to you, right? That's why, especially with illustration and working with reference, that's what's so difficult. I don't think people realize that it's reference is just reference, and it's just information. And a lot of times these photos, we recognize these people and we're so exposed to them that they almost become sort of symbols for who they are instead of what they are, or who they really are, rather. And it's up to us to be able to translate that thing. So that's, especially with working realistically, for me, that's always been the big challenge. It's like, translating reference that might not be completely representative, and if it is really representative, then getting away from it enough so that the illustration is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting dangerously
Yeah.
close to art speak here. So,
Well,
it's interesting that I remember years ago reading an artist said that, if it's a photograph, people kind of take it as fact. And
yeah.
And if it's a painting, they take it as if that's the artist's point of view. But to me, that ignores the fact that a photograph reflects the photographer's point of view.
Oh, and with
what they shot.
Yeah, especially today, there's so much post going on. There's a ton of post going on. I mean, between Photoshop and Lightroom and Timothée.
Or just as simple
Timmy,
as what
you
you're
were-
cropping out.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean like skin retouching and taking.
Well, I know you
stuff
mean
out.
all of that, but I mean also like the story of a photograph can completely change just by what you crop out or keep in.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right. And
that's a really wait. I'm gonna interrupt everybody because I didn't want to interrupt earlier to give a 5-minute warning because I liked the
Oh,
conversation.
Tim, come on.
We've passed a 5-minute warning by 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It is time to move on to the next image, which is our long pose. So it's going to be a long one. So everybody move on to image 3, which is you get an option. You can either do Cheryl or JB, JB and LD. I like that he calls him LD.
I know, I love that.
So if you've been drawing with us, please share your work on Instagram with hashtag illustration isolation and @visual arts passage.
like it's a comic book.
But actually, because Audrey, you're pretty close to Detroit. The photos of Detroit, like decrepit Detroit, I feel like have always been like really misleading because people, well, some of it.
Hesitation.
I mean, look, I live in Ann
Hear me
Arbor,
out.
but
Hear me out though. Like, hear me out though. Some of the like the most famous photos, like iconic, like look at what happened to Detroit photos. Like if you just turn the camera 180 degrees, like the other side of the street looks like amazing.
or really gentrified. But like,
Yeah, I guess that's also another way. Like,
but
so maybe,
but-
yeah, I don't know.
but
But
like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I know what you guys are saying. It's I really love, there was a YouTube essay that I was listening to months ago, where the essayist was talking about ideology, which is like a perspective in a way, right? And she was saying it's like impossible not to have an ideology or a perspective. Like if you are standing around an object, you could say like, we're all looking at the same thing, and I see it very clearly. Like I see it real. I see the real thing, but nobody could possibly, everybody's going to have an ideology no matter what. And I do think it's a good thing to consider, even if somebody is like painting something realistically or photographing something. Yeah, it's good to think about. It's good to remember. But
Do you guys remember the years ago there were the photo of O.J. Simpson that Matt Mahurin?
Yeah, I was just talking about that today.
Didn't manipulate. Okay, so he got a lot of flack, and Time got a lot of flack for making his skin, quote, making him darker.
I don't know.
And they if that was an illustration, I'm sure to Matt it was probably thought of as an illustration, but if that wasn't such a photo image, I don't think it would have gotten the same response.
Well, yeah.
guys, I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty speculative conversation, and you're picking a pretty third rail topic.
No, I don't think so. I don't think just because we're not talking about race to me. We're talking about.
No, but I'm saying it's just a hypothetical. That's what I would say.
Right.
All right.
But we do have a question, Cassandra, for your hairdryer. Why do you use a hairdryer on your pastel drawings?
Oh, I'm working in acrylic paint, so I'm just drawing layers. So I just slap color down, dry it, and work on top. So this is not a great painting right now.
I'm drawing the same one, and I think you're doing a great job. And it's just going through what it needs to.
That's funny. I love that perspective. That's a great way to think about it.
Yes, it is, and I appreciate that.
So when I'm in the middle of something and it's saying to me that it sucks, it's just going through.
Oh, there's always an ugly phase. Yeah.
No, there's always an ugly phase, but sometimes there's a phase where it's like, dude, I'm bad. You got to do something about this.
When the ugly face doesn't go away.
Well, there's can I make it past this point, or is it stay here?
Can you just, stop being ugly drawing?
Yeah.
like when your kids they're at that phase, you're like, I wonder how this is going to work out here. I love you.
Not every picture you get is cute.
No, I mean, not even every picture, like,
For
every
real
day,
life.
it's like, well, okay, there you are. I love you, man.
You just made me remember one moment at the Illustration Academy. I think it was in '98, maybe. And I was just by the side of, I think it was Brett Watkinson on my right side. And we were watching Mark doing his demo. And the drawing was just gorgeous. It was a baseball player, and he was just going pastels and everything. And then he went brown, but real deep brown. just like nearly black over the whole thing. And Brent said, "Oh my God, what's coming up from this? I think he screwed up." And
That's
then
funny.
we were just looking at that shocked. And in one, brush stroke, he just hit the mineral spirits and started bringing up the lights from that, nearly black brown. And then the things just go like this. Wow. It just, it worked so beautifully. And he just knew everything that he was doing. But for a moment, he just scared everyone out. It was such an incredible.
I remember that day well. And
You remember that?
was Brent turned and looked at us and he said,
Uh-oh.
"Baby, he's in the jungle and I'm not going in after him."
Yeah. And you remember that?
Very well. I've
And-
never
and-
seen him do that before. That pastel, wet pastel. It was the first time I saw it.
Did you see
Yeah.
him do it again?
Oh, lots of times. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah.
I own that piece you're talking about, Montavo.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
love it.
remember when I was there in I think it was 2016 that I went last time. And he was making a presentation and he said, "I don't remember when I did this." And I said, "Yeah, it was 98. And he said, "Who said that?" I said, "Me." Montalvo, remember that? And
Yeah.
he stopped everything and I
When
had
did
to
you
go
get
up
here?
and give him a hug. Nobody understand that. What's this guy coming from Brazil? It's just, interrupted the whole thing. Mark was doing a presentation and he stops to say hi to a Brazilian guy. Who is this guy? It was so funny. The hell is this? Where did this guy come from? Anyway. So,
Hey, on the topic of Mark, we've got a question. John Dale, your favorite study hall student, Ocean, has a question for you.
Hey, Ocean.
This might be a bit too specific for this show. I don't think so, but maybe. Let's see. Are there any artists that you recommend I look at that are in the vein of Brad Holland or other artists that seem to explore the same ideas that I'm interested in? I'm very interested in dystopian surrealism.
Beksinski?
Polish
Andre
person.
Magritte.
Can you say that one more time, John?
Andre Magritte.
Audrey, did you say another name?
Yeah, Beksinski. I think I was saying the same thing as Bill.
Bill.
Polish poster artists.
Oh, or
Oh my God, yeah.
but Beksinski for sure.
Really? Are these
Stats of-
are a lot of these artists from the same era or all over the place? Or
Magritte was like 1920s, 30s, 40s.
First quarter of the 20th century.
He's in there with the rest of the surrealists.
Can I say I took a knitting class. I had a knitting teacher and she was Belgian and her father was a baker and he actually supported Magritte for many years and he lived with them. So
Wow.
like she was so I was like in awe. And so she was teaching me how to make a sweater and I would sit and she would just tell me about him being in their house and he had very clammy hands and he had a big crush on her mom and like she brought books. She had like Magritte's in a vault because he paid her father in paintings. So like they have a bunch of them and
Oh my
he
gosh.
painted her and her brother as kids. And so she showed me all the pictures and, so many people didn't know who Magritte was. So she was just so excited to share stories of her childhood and like, and just knowing him. And like she said, he would annoy her father all the time. Like he would get all worked up being like, what should I paint? What should I paint? And he'd be like, I have to work. Go do something with my pipe. And he passed him his pipe. And that's where "This is not a pipe" painting came from.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That
Wow.
is like unbelievable.
Yeah. So she was
That's
just,
one of the most famous paintings in
I
Yeah.
know,
Mid- the
I
20th century.
know. Like it was such a special moment in my life to get to know her and to like, and she would bring books and show me. And, at one point she was like, I want to bring you to Belgium to the vault to see all the paintings. It was really crazy. It never happened, but it was
Wow.
such an exciting person to know with such a unique experience.
That's amazing.
A different way of looking at history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I look at a Magritte painting, I always think that guy had clammy hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so like specific and firsthand.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Clammy.
I love
I'll
that.
never look at
Detail.
another Magritte painting the same.
Clammy
Thanks,
hands, guys.
thanks,
Clammy hands.
Cassandra.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
No, it
clammy
just means
hands.
your hands are really damp and
Henri.
sweaty.
Buddy.
Yeah, sweaty, but kind of cool.
Kind of yucky. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you
Uh-huh.
shook somebody's hand and it was damp and you just wanted to
Yeah.
wipe your hand on your pant leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know
Oh,
the feeling.
there's nothing worse than when you've just washed your hands and you get introduced to somebody
Oh,
and your hands are wet. Like,
not what you
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
and you're like,
Montalvo,
I just washed my hands.
Montalvo, remember right before you shook Brad Holland's hand at the Academy? Or Gary Kelly's. That's what clammy hands are.
Oh, that's funny.
I was gonna say, did Montalvo wash his hands right before meeting Gary Kelly? Like,
Oh no.
Palms are sweaty. Mom's sweaty.
Mom spaghetti.
All
Yeah.
you need to know. Speaking of Detroit, all you need to know is mom's spaghetti.
Yeah. Was that movie a big moment? 8 Mile? For
I mean, I was young, but it's still, probably all Michigan kids and teenagers. Like,
I think Eminem lived in Kansas City for like a month, and people when I was little was like, Eminem is from Kansas City.
Mm.
yeah, people do that with celebrities. If they like live in a place for a while, they're from here.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting how people choose to say where they're from, though, because if you were born somewhere but you moved when you were before you have memories, it's
Yeah.
I always think that's interesting, like how people choose to share where they're from. Anyway, but yeah, for sure.
Does everybody on the panel pretty much live where they grew up for the most part?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm
Not me.
like 2.5 hours from where I was born.
Your formative years were not in
Yeah,
Kansas
same.
City, John?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, John.
How old were you? You were like 14?
I was moved here on my 16th birthday.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
That's not traumatizing.
Not at all. It's on my birthday.
It's the worst.
Birthday, find your friends.
I'm still mad about it.
That's awful. Was it in the FJ40?
No.
Did you went on a vacation, right? In a Toyota FJ?
Yeah, my dad had the really brilliant. When he ordered the first one, he couldn't get it. He
How
found
would
one
you
in Houston.
describe? Yeah, how would you
He-
describe the
Yeah,
FJ40?
It's like
It,
imagine driving a
it
car
looks like a mail truck.
with no suspension. Which is- and the
Kinda
first
looks
one
like
we
a-
had was not even. It wasn't even synchronized. You had to stop to shift into first gear completely.
That's
It
a
was a-
riot. What was up with that?
It was a soft top. And so my dad thought it would be a good idea to buy one down in Houston, Texas, drive it to Mexico City with his whole family, and then drive it back to New York City from Mexico City.
My God.
Genius.
It's amazing. It is amazing. And I was
That's something I
12.
could-
My oldest sister was 17, and I didn't think I'd ever see her again after that. I mean, I just thought that was I didn't think we were going to get through it. Somewhere in West Virginia, I thought the family was going to be done with.
That's a riot.
I mean,
My mom would be the first one out. She was so mad at my father.
is
This
it
was
kind
the
of like
dumbest idea anybody's ever had.
the one my dad drove, John?
Oh, very much like that, but it was shorter. So it had even a worse ride to it.
Yeah.
How long did it take, John?
It took 4 solid days of driving back.
Oh my God, no.
And it had little flip down bench seats in the back.
Oh, those are uncomfortable.
Yeah, I've driven my dad's, and if you're going 40 miles per hour in that car, feels like you're going 110.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is terrifying.
Shakes
If
a
you
lot.
can get it to 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
the
they don't,
question.
totally, that's not an exaggeration. They don't recommend you drive over 35.
You're
Seriously?
kidding.
No,
Not joking at all. No, not joking at all.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
60 was like the max you would ever see in that car, the one we had.
When it
And
was brand new.
I got one in high school when I was older, and you could drive at 75 for short periods of time. Downhill.
You're broke.
Downhill. Yeah. Yeah. When
You drive at 75, and then next thing you know, you're in the mechanical. You having to stop it.
I'll very quickly tell my dad's story. When my dad got diagnosed with cancer, he had always wanted to get an FJ40. And so he bought a BJ40, which Montalvo, it was from Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was a really exciting time. John, I think you like went out to go see it, and he parked it at his office, and the second he moved the car, there was like a pool of oil under it.
Oh my God.
No.
That's not good.
And it was Christmas Eve. He was like, "Hey, the whole family." He had a Mark English mind. He was like, "Everybody get in the car. We're gonna drive this like convoy around we're gonna drive it out like on Christmas Eve." And we were all in this car, and we got like a mile and a half from the house, and it broke down.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah. And so he was like, "Everybody get out and push." And I think I could start it first. So of course my dad had nothing. He was like, "I'm getting treatment, so I shouldn't overexert myself." So we were pushing my dad up a hill,
That's a good metaphor for, growing up with any parent.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do this for us.
Yeah.
I try not to do this for my family. Sometimes I do it, but it's not intentional. Never. When I do something really, weird, I just, sorry, I didn't intend to do that. But it looks like they wanted to do this. They did it intentionally, on the best, on the best purpose, of course. But they did it anyway. Good stories to tell. After it's gone, it becomes funny, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's not funny at the moment, of course, but
Still not over the moving part, Montalvo.
you can still you can laugh about it.
No, I'm not laughing about that one. Ever.
No, we're
Yeah,
laughing,
please.
Montalvo.
Yeah, can we? Would you be? Can we laugh? But or
You can laugh about it all
I
you
don't
want.
know.
That's
Maybe
nice.
say no. It's too sensitive to me.
So funny.
Cassandra, her eyes are so great. I love that.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really coming now.
Yeah, she's moving out of the weird kind of creepy zombie face phase.
You went past the ugly phase really quickly.
Oh, thanks. It's always a goal, but it doesn't always happen.
Oh yeah. I totally agree that there is an ugly phase on every drawing that you do, but I keep hoping it just goes away.
Like there's some paintings that'll be really interesting where it's like, the painting almost forms itself from the beginning, where it always has an easy direction, and those are so rare. But when you have those, you feel like all your paintings should go that way.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like
You feel like you
holding
figured it out.
Yeah, like
I
I
got it.
solved it.
Got it.
Holy
Did
one.
it. Then you start again. It's like, oh, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Don't have it.
I'm always suspicious of a good phase too early on.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
so right. You're
totally.
so right.
And that's when you were saying that about why you use the mixed media, and you said it was gouache, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that medium helps to save those good phases early on.
Why is that?
For the layering, you can preserve some of the.
Oh, okay. So you don't lose your drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can just go over it and remove some of the gouache, and it's something that you can't really do with oils the same way. You just wet the pencil, wet the brush, and go on top of that and remove some of the things that you want to take off, and be it a highlight or a bad marking or something like that. It just works.
More of a push and pull.
Mm-hmm.
Audrey, what are you working in tonight? Since we can't see it.
Oh, I am just doing some just loose ballpoint pen. I'll probably watercolor over it on the
Oh,
end.
that looks wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
nice.
Oh, you got Larry
Wow.
David so well.
I was just doing some really contoury stuff.
Oh, it's really
Nice.
good. It's
Oh,
really
that's really
good.
Very
Love it.
wiggly.
Yes.
A very wiggly Larry. But
Awesome.
yeah, just couldn't get the cam to work, but I really did want to make the time to draw tonight. So.
Yeah, no, it's so great having you here, just being able to chat.
Wow.
Yeah, Audrey, you mentioned your sketchbook. Can we check out your sketchbook?
I can hold some things up. This one's not really full, but everybody says that, right?
Yeah.
That's a
We have some goats.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's amazing.
Ooh, beautiful.
We got some goats.
Mergoat.
sketchbook
Would you
doesn't
call it a
look like that.
mergoat? How do you?
Yeah, I think it's like a Capricorn goat. I was practicing some etching techniques here.
wow.
It's like a very tiny version of the pillars of creation, that famous got Rasputin.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow.
So
is
beautiful.
The
killer.
hair is phenomenal.
This page I like. It was from when I was visiting New York on a super rainy day, and Central Park was miserable, so I had to find a way to make it a better memory.
That's
And
lovely.
then that
Surely
was
did.
from
You surely did.
Yeah.
that was from a vegan sushi place. I wrote down what I had. It was called Beyond Sushi, but that was from. This is my partner Shane being sleeping. That's a phrase. being sleeping. Watching Lord of the Rings.
Delightful.
Yeah, there's some fun pages. Actually, this is a nice sketchbook. This is from when I
Oh,
went up
wow.
there.
Beautiful.
That's my
my
friend Missy
God.
playing piano. That's
So
Anna.
awesome.
That's very Alice in Wonderland how you drew her.
Wow.
Aw.
I've got to go back and have a talk with my sketchbooks. They don't
Me
look like
too,
that.
Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of pages that are.
You haven't talked to
probably-
the sketchbook.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got to get on the ball here.
Well, this was sort of a travel one. Oh, this is a fun drawing. This one I like to go to thrift shops up north in Michigan. If you are a Michigan person, you know what I mean by up north. But there were just like all these little Virgin Marys against this like sickly green wallpaper, and I was like, okay, I need to capture that.
And you do it all on the spot, or you do some photographs?
No, I took a picture and I could sort of like photo journal later. But I loved that. It was just like a bunch of Marys and this really icky green wallpaper.
So I don't know who just asked you, but do you generally take photos and then come back and work from the photos, or?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I like to reflect on journaling. It's like journaling. Yeah.
Those
I
are
like to do that on trips too.
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Mhm.
Hey, here's some visual arts passage.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
I know that one.
I know
Oh,
those.
both of them.
Back in the
Right from,
day, where we
yeah,
had
from,
the visiting photographer. I can't remember who that was, but it was like really bright
Yeah,
colors. But
yeah, that
That
was
was
like
that was
height
back
of
before you
pandemic.
left us for a spell.
yeah, yeah. Well, this I don't want to take up too much space here, but that was fun. Thanks for
oh,
Those are cool. Those were
Please
so
do.
interesting.
beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I
Awesome
love it.
stuff.
thanks for asking. Isn't that funny that everybody says, "Oh, there's nothing in this sketchbook"?
I know. And I was like, that was an amazing sketchbook.
Well, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of blank pages, but
Feels like what brand sketchbook is that?
I know.
yeah.
I know.
What brushes do you use?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dale.
I love the idea of talking to the sketchbook and say, "Hey, man, have you seen that? That's why
Yeah, dude. I was just holding. Yeah, I was just holding up my sketchbook, and it's like, hey, man, why don't you have that stuff in there?
Yeah.
Audrey, and maybe I've only seen so many sketchbooks. Your sketchbook almost looked like a comic book.
Yeah.
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 Oh, well, thanks. I
That's a
like
fun
I like that.
sequential life.
No one's ever told me that. I do think of. I think I'm always considering layout. Don't you feel that way?
Oh.
You're always considering like placement
Yeah.
of things and kind of intuitive, right? That's
Yeah.
I don't
Cool.
think about that at all when I'm working my sketchbook, actually, unless that's the like the actual purpose of what I'm doing. So that's a good tip.
Well,
Mhm.
when I organize
Hmm.
my memories, I like to think that way. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
this was from the same day, or these were 3 things that I saw in the same building. Something, things like that. Not too much thought, but loose connections.
Audrey, someone was wondering what were the art supplies you bring with you that you pack for trips?
Oh, mostly not too much stuff. A couple microns. I like my ballpoint pens. I haven't taken my watercolors around a lot, but I think I mentioned this. I finally found some portable ones. I brought this up a different day when I was working, but
Oh, the sheets.
this I've been using now, but I try to spend more of my travel times observing and being more present and then reflecting after. So I don't bring a lot of art supplies.
Well, they don't look like photographs for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
on
Right?
I mean that in the best compliment possible.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Audrey, I'm glad you said that, because the thing I've always felt bad about, I always find something to feel bad about. But one thing is, when I travel, I always think, geez, I'd really love to have a good travel sketchbook. But then, like you just said, you're not there if you're doing that. You're not like in the moment. And I usually travel with my family, so
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't want to have them hang around with, Dad's drawing a picture, let's just hang out here for a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
has to be.
so I'm relieved to hear that you take photos and then,
Oh yeah.
because I thought I wasn't being a purist if I worked from photos after the fact.
No, and maybe that's an idea that like artists is moving through technology changes and changes in like I don't know, just changes in general. Maybe that's something that's good for everyone to realize, unless it's a specifically art making trip.
Yep.
Yeah, I have this. We even say this with my partner. It's not too personal, but we don't spend all the time together. So when we do spend time together, we like to remember, let's do things together.
Yep.
Yeah.
That we can't do when we're by ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. Like I can draw when I'm by myself. So when I'm with my family or with my partner, I don't want to do that because I want to focus on things that I can only do in that combination of socializing.
Yep.
So, but it depends, right? Because if you're at an art convention or an event where doodling, and like right now, perfect example. This is like a perfect blend of that, where it's like intention meets socializing. So I like to be aware of that because, man, come on, who among us has not been like at that person who's wallflowering for the sake of art? It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, unless he does the same thing, exactly the same thing that you do. There's like
right,
people
right.
that love to draw.
right,
That's really rare.
right. That's a very good point.
Well, there's certain
You know,
people that
there's
can do it.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, just one thing that I would really love to do someday. I don't know if I ever can go to Prague, but if I do go to Prague, I'd better be alone. Because, you know, I will stop by and photograph and draw everything and just go crazy, you know, with my eyes. And I just, you know, I can forget about eating for a week. I don't know if I
Yep.
survive that, but you know what I mean. It's just if I ever go there, I really wanted to take the time just for watching and looking and thinking and, you know, just being delighted with all that. And of course, if I go to Muka's museum, I'm gonna cry my eyes out.
Would you?
I just want to be alone there.
Oh my god.
That's funny that you say that. I just before the pandemic, I was at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts, and they had a room full of Rothkos.
Oh my god.
And I like Rothko, but I've never gotten the whole, you know, sublime thing. I like it, I appreciate it, I get it, but I just never, I could never get there, you know.
I know what
What's
to
that?
say.
You talking about the ska band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it did anyway.
No,
You got
and
the
so
experience?
we were, you know, we were in there, and they had his black paintings, and there was this couple who were standing there just dumbfounded in tears, and so I got right behind them and just tried to see what they were seeing, and I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't. It was so frustrating.
You just don't get it, Dale.
I don't get it. I get it. No, I like his stuff, and boy, that'd be great to have in a room, right? But I don't get it. I don't get it like that.
Yeah, they must have some memories or associations or something.
Oh, that's a really good point. You know what? I never even considered that.
They were just robots.
I cried when I saw I don't even remember who painted it, but it was a certain painting. What's the museum in Paris that has a lot of Monets like in a circle?
The D'Orsay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I think well, I don't know. It might be a different one. But anyway, I basically saw a picture that I did a master copy of unexpectedly. And
Oh.
I learned so much from that master copy that I cried when I surprise saw it.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't think anybody else would have noticed it because it was very small and it wasn't really the the attention getter in the room, but I was like
Well, Dale, aren't you like a man of steel too? I mean, like, is there artwork that does bring you to tears?
Ooh, good question.
That's a really good question. A lot of times when I look at my work, I'm brought to tears.
Yeah, I was going to say in a good way, Dale.
Different kind of tears.
That was funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Less focused on wonderment. Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, no. That's the thing that always frustrates me about the visual arts. You know, I'll cry at movies. Music always gets me. Sometimes I think that's the easiest access to my emotional center, music, and I think that's true for a lot of people.
Oh, I love a good cry.
Yeah. but I think like what we're doing here, it's awesome, but it doesn't make people move involuntarily like music does.
That would be funny if that's like an SNL bit, like an art teacher that cries too easily at the beginning of the artwork.
Especially like student artwork.
I'm volunteering Bill.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the Pottery Throwdown show?
No.
Oh.
It's like the Great British Bake Off, but for pottery. And
Wow.
so the guy that's the main judge, I mentioned this because like he gets moved to tears by somebody when they make something and they've seen them struggle overworking it, and then he sees the finished piece. Like he like cries, and it's like everyone calls it like, you know, in the Great British Bake Off, if they get the handshake, that's like the moment. And
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, we made him cry. We got him. Like,
Wow.
Oh,
That's
it's
really
really
What?
sweet.
what a beautiful, like, empathetic person.
It is just lovely. It's one of those like nice shows where, you know, like whatever they win isn't a big prize. So the competition is just to be a better artist.
Oh,
That's great.
I love that, and I hope it's real, because knowing, you know, having seen lots of productions, it's like, no, wrong take. So
No,
can we
they're
do
like, we're gonna need you to do that one more time. Just
that? Exactly.
I don't know.
that
Just
tear,
Yeah.
like that
you
tear,
just
like
think about like a dog or something that
Can
you
you do that
lost.
again in another angle?
Yeah.
yeah, another
Pull
angle.
your nose hairs out.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that the association of crying with empathy.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you were about to talk about an organization, Association of Crying.
Association of
Go
Crying.
ahead.
Crying United.
Yeah.
Shareholder.
Yeah. Long time
Society of
member.
Teary People.
They get together to do what? To cry together. I don't get it.
Association of Crying. Anyway, please
Sorry,
please
Bill.
tell us.
No, it's okay. It's good. It's all right.
I had this
I've only
kind
got-
of. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I had this kind of a strong emotion when I got to two places at the same day in New York. I was at the illustration Society of Illustrators. I spent a few hours there, and I just saw something there that I've seen on books, and all this kind of first time experience having the original in front of you. And then I went to the illustration house, and then it happened. I saw some, Leyendecker and N.C. Wyatts and all this kinds of people. And, the guy that received us, it was me and Marcelo that went to the Illustration Academy the first time. Who was the guy that ran the illustration house? I forgot his name.
Robert Reed.
Very?
No, it was an old man. I think he was passed away already.
That last name is Reed.
Yeah, Walt Reed.
Oh,
Walt
Walt
Reed,
Reed,
that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, and
His
he
son
was
is
there,
Robert.
just received us, and I say, well, what do you want to know? I said, do you have time? I want to know everything. And then it was just me, Marcelo, and him for a whole afternoon.
Oh,
And
that's
then
awesome.
he told each story of every artist that was hanging on the walls. And then he took us to a second room. There was sketches and drawings from all kinds of old-time illustrators there. And I said, man, it was just, I would, if I could freeze time one day in my life, there would be that day.
Wow, that's so
That's
special.
cool.
Illustrators
So
are
incredible.
brave.
I still have the photographs. I'm doing this series of YouTube videos, and one of the series that I want to do is just taking some of the photographs that I made during the academy days, and when I went to New York, and this day especially, and do a video about it, and tell some stories, and show some of these pictures and the stories that happened in those days.
All right.
It's about to happen.
This is the 5-minute warning. We're coming up on 7:45, which is our cutoff. So 5-minute warning, everybody.
Okay.
And one thing I will say is Visual Arts Passage, we're enrolling for the spring semester. And right now is the early bird enrollment. So if you enroll right now, you can save $75. So early bird, get on top of it.
I totally thought you were going to mention that you weren't going to refresh because you don't have a black eye this week.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually gonna say, on the topic of crying, when I got my first stripes at jujitsu,
Yeah.
I totally cried.
Oh,
I totally teared up. Yeah, completely.
You're lucky you didn't get kicked out.
Oh, well, what was funny is they posted a photo of it on Instagram, and I was like, come on, can you guys take that down? Like, I'm like,
Oh,
all
yeah.
eyed in it. And like, I'm trying to like, why you think I'm trying to make people think I'm tough? And
That's funny.
Well, I didn't cry when I was hit, right?
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well.
that's sweet.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm a crybaby. I cry very easily.
I hardly ever cry.
Really.
Yeah.
I don't fight crying. When it comes, and I say, well, that's all right. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, but you
Oh,
know,
I'm like an annoying crier. Like,
No, yeah, I know what
once
you
he
mean.
goes off, you're like, okay, somebody help him, and then get him out of here.
Well, but when it has to happen, it just don't
Yeah,
fight
it's a
it. Right?
faucet. It's a faucet. I can't turn it off.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like church giggles, but it's bad.
I mean, I have a lot
You
of
know,
it.
that's
Yeah.
it means you have a a good heart, Timmy. And
Maybe.
don't fight it. Some people that really should be crying for so many things they do, they never do. They never cry. They just do it.
True.
So yeah, I prefer people that that cry. I trust more people that
You
cry.
prefer Montalvo prefers big crybabies.
Yeah, I no, not exactly I prefer, but I trust them more than the
You're more
others.
trusting. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
trust
I
people.
get what you're saying, Montalvo, but when
But you don't
someone's
trust
too
me.
much of a crier, then I don't like. Put it this way: my little brother was such a manipulative crier. He could turn around. I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, really? Right when mom's coming in the room? Okay,
You're doing
we're
it
fine
again,
a
right?
second ago.
I see.
A second ago, when I was on your chest."
Here, I have a science question. Why is it?
Yeah, it sounds like there's some baggage there.
Yeah,
Damn right there is.
I have a question. When I was a little kid, fake crying was so easy. Why?
Well,
and
yeah.
yet I didn't have that many life experiences to pull a fake cry from. But now I couldn't fake cry if it saved my life. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder why it's easier to fake cry when you're little.
Well, you feel things in extreme, just as a mother of small children right now. Like everything is felt so strongly, and so I think it's really easy to bring any emotion to the surface readily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Plus,
sense.
they're more in touch, right? And they're much more in touch with their crying years. Like you cry a lot when you're a little kid.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
also, like, I mean, the amount of growing they're going, so they're flushed with hormones to grow that much and develop, like, yeah, they're just like sitting on a tub of gunpowder of emotions.
I like the comparison.
Yeah, it's just gunpowder, but for tears.
Isn't that an 80s band?
I mean, have you guys seen the memes where you roll through like of why their kid is crying, and it's simple like, I wouldn't let my kid take the gum off of the sidewalk and chew it. Like,
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
just like you're protecting their life or just trying to do something simple, and like the machine gun tears come.
Yep.
All right.
Hey,
Here's some-
Cassandra, that's awesome, by the way.
yeah.
Oh, thanks. I couldn't move on. I was having too much fun with her expression.
Oh, that is great. Hey, Timmy, can you run around the room? I want to see everybody's work.
Yeah, I'm gonna run around the room. There's a question I was just gonna ask because I just wanted to get it before we moved on. If you're struggling to finish all 3 portraits, what's the best way to do that better? I struggle with wanting to do my normal detail work, but then run out of time.
Just have fun and do one.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Cool, Cassandra.
It's
That's
okay.
awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, speaking of which, I didn't move on, so because I was having
Yeah,
so much
case in
fun.
point. Yeah.
Have fun. And then somebody else asked, can I ask some tips about choosing good photo reference, which a lot of you don't know, but John spends a lot of time picking out the photo reference for these nights.
Yes, John does.
Well,
So,
John, you do a
John?
wonderful job. We're very appreciative.
There's not necessarily good, I mean, you can go to, like events or movies, releases, all kinds of stuff, and you'd be surprised how much of it is just horribly lit and really not fun to draw. It works well for, posting, that type of thing, but not good to draw from. So I'm always looking for things that the light really defines good shapes to draw.
All right.
That's what we're looking for, is good
So
shapes.
the time is up for the audience, which means the panelists are going to keep drawing. But if you're in the audience, please use this time to post your work. We're going to check out everybody's art in about 2 or 3 minutes. So snap a photo of your drawings and post them to Instagram using hashtag illustration isolation and visual arts passage.
Oh, that's cool, Bill.
And I'm going to.
Oh yeah, that looks cool, Bill.
Oh, thanks. I'm
yeah.
scrolling the likeness.
She has a very Buffy energy.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, like Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Buffy I know.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I was struggling trying to get it to look like her, and it's gone through several wipeouts.
Really did.
Oh, cool, Montalvo.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
John, yours was blown out earlier. I want to see it.
Oh, that looks
Oh man, that is
good.
awesome.
Oh man.
John, can you hold your
Love
easel
it.
closer? Is that possible, or is it hanging?
Pardon me?
All right, can you hold your yeah.
Ooh,
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
love it, love it.
Wow,
The
that's
facial
great.
hair. You did such a good job with the facial hair.
John, you should tag JB Smoove when you post. that.
Totally.
Hey, good ear, John.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you, Dale. How would Dale draw this ear?
Dale, the ear king.
Not at all. There's a ear tragedy.
Dale can draw anything. I'm pretty convinced.
Just depends on what day you get me. That's all.
One of the days in academy, it is my ear is not that big. Who said that, John?
Well, I think
Oh,
that
I know.
two people said that. Andrew Wyeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Chris Payne did a portrait for the Wyeth family to give to Andrew Wyeth on his 90th birthday. And Andrew Wyeth wrote him a note back, said that he really liked the piece, but is his ears really that big?
That's
Did that bother Chris?
Oh, he loved it.
Oh,
I would frame that note.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, it is framed.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
good.
does it.
Dude.
Yeah, I think he does it on purpose and say, well, let's see what his reaction will be.
All right. Here, hold on a second. See if I can.
Oh, that is.
Oh, yeah, that's the day.
That's
Good.
That was the line. Mark said, yeah, I love the drawing, but is my ear that big?
Yeah.
He did it was a demo, right? He did that on a demo, I think.
No, he actually hid this from me. For
Oh,
a
yeah.
while.
I think,
You
no,
remember the joke that
thought it
they
was in
played?
Sarasota.
You remember the joke that they played on me? They were presenting that. I thought I was so excited to see it, and everybody was going to see it all at the same time. And instead of, he held up a painting. I was standing to the left of him. I thought he was going to hold up the painting of my father, but he did one of me also.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
He totally tricked me.
How'd your ear look in it?
My ears kind of look like they were normal, but my neck was about, I looked like a giraffe.
I got you.
There are worse. There are worse things, you know.
Oh,
Chris
Bill,
is, Chris is awesome in many ways.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Very conscientious individual and just an amazing artist.
Very humble.
and what a huge presence he is. You just can't go to anywhere that Chris is and say, I don't think I remember him.
Yeah,
It would
that's
never
true.
happen. This would never ever happen. If you met Chris, you know Chris. 10 years later, say, oh yeah, sure. I remember that guy.
That's funny too. The other thing about what I think is so great with Chris is that you could be a fan of his work for years and like look at his work and think, oh, that's great. I really get it. And as soon as you meet Chris, you're like, oh, this all makes sense to me now.
Yeah, absolutely. And he knows stuff.
Yes. Well, and he's
His
still excited to
personality.
learn new things.
Yeah. Hey, John's slowly gonna move to Instagram. So really, if you haven't posted it, it's probably too late, but post it.
Last week we did a refresh and we're not
Oh,
doing
boy.
it again this week.
We're not doing
And
it.
it doesn't have a black eye this week.
Yep.
That's right.
Black eye special.
Black eye special. Yeah. Oh man. You know what? I work at I go into a greenhouse that has a coffee shop and I work there every once in a while. And there was a guy there today that had a black eye that I know from jujitsu.
Oh my God, it's like Fight
And-
Club, huh?
It was like Fight Club. He works at the greenhouse. And I was like, Nathaniel? And he was like, yeah.
We got something coming. Are you better to me?
Yeah. What's
Are
that?
you better now? This is 1 week ago.
Am I better than I was a week ago?
Yeah, how's your eye?
Because of the
Oh, my
black eye
eye.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my eye's way better. Yeah, I looked pretty rough a week ago.
It was pretty colorful when we saw you last week.
Yeah, on a Zoom call. In person, it looked like I was telling somebody I had to go to AT&T and I could tell that the two guys working there were like, you deal with this guy. I don't want to deal with this guy.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
They sent, ask you like, do you need help? I mean, are you okay? Are you safe?
So, yeah, it was pretty. I mean, I'm pretty patient with bad customer service because I myself work in customer service often, and I was like, this is bad customer service, and this is the customer service you get when you have a black eye. Yeah, they were.
I can just imagine you looking mean, even with a black eye.
But you just look like people just assume if you're over 30 and you have a black eye, they're just very rarely are they like, I bet he got that black eye from doing a very disciplined sport.
Oh yeah.
Or it's like not wanting to park
You're in
near to
trouble.
car that's like really beat up.
Yeah.
I have a black eye. is
I
the first
decided
thing you-
once I was over 30 that I shouldn't have black eyes anymore.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I not gotten to that stage yet, John. I'll let you know when I do.
I'll probably notice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm almost there, Timmy.
Hey, that's okay.
I don't think I've had a black eye since I was like 13 or 12 or something like that. Then again, I don't go around, fighting with grown men.
Not rolling around
Who
on
said
the
he was
floor.
fighting with grown men?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the kids' class.
Thanks for the grill, man.
Yeah, how do you think I got my stripes so fast?
Went under.
Episode of Seinfeld of Kramer taking
Yeah.
karate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that whole first row looks awesome.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Oh wow,
Look at this.
those are cool.
That's great.
Where do I start? I'll start at the first one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
Cool.
Cool, Leslie.
Very
Oh, that's,
cool.
I love that one.
These are all great, man.
Mhm.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
That's got to be Peter.
That's Pete.
Yeah.
And it was Peter or Tyler, one of the two. That's great. That was a great photo to work from.
Mhm.
AJ,
Wow.
Nice, AJ.
wow.
AJ did a really great JV Smooth this morning, as did Victor Farrow.
I love that one.
That's
It, like
great.
really captures her.
That is
Love her
so
eyes.
her.
Yeah.
Talk about in your face.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good. Nice job.
Oh, cool.
Very nice. Oh, look at that. That's got to be Gary. Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Gary. Gary did some nice drawings this morning. That's fun.
It is fun.
Tough when you're doing a profile, man. You really got to get it right.
Yeah.
It can get out of control quickly. Dale, I didn't see. I'm looking at yours off in the corner. I want to see your blue JB smooth. Looks really good.
Nice.
Thanks.
Oh man.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Nice, Sienna.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
I love the eyes. Awesome. It's like, get out of my way. You know what?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I have my wrong camera on. You're looking at my ear.
We just want to compare
my
it
badly
to
drawn
Chris's
ear.
Interpretation.
It's a badly drawn ear.
I love Cheryl's mouth. That's great.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that.
Those are fun. Look at that. That's a good drawing.
Oh,
Oh, that's really nice.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful, Gary. Wow. Both
wow.
of them.
Very good.
Wow,
Julian.
Julian.
Beautiful.
That's
So
awesome.
Oh my
nice.
God, look at Larry David.
That is a perfect Larry David stance.
That is
Yeah, the
awesome.
posture is perfect, Julian.
Yeah.
The posture it's
Totally.
incredible.
Yeah, that slouch. It's so good. Really good.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Really
good night,
nice.
Julian.
Is that Pete?
Look at that.
Nope. Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler, really nice.
Wow. These are all so good.
Yeah, these were all great expressions.
It's
Mhm.
so fun.
Love it.
I gotta click on one of these.
Yeah, he's there.
That's great. You got them all in one sheet.
Yep.
I love that he does it on coffee filters.
That's
Wow.
fun.
That is.
That's very fun.
That's cool.
Oh,
That's
That's nice.
cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep clicking on these because they're so good. That's great, Julian.
Wow, Julian, that's
That's really good.
fantastic.
Wow, Julian, you worked fast. You got through a lot at that level of detail. Oh, that's really
Amazing
nice.
posture there too.
Oh,
Oh my God.
look at that.
Rebecca, good
Wow.
job.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's great.
That's
You
gorgeous.
really got
Rebecca.
that hat nice.
Wow.
All your family members should be bowing to you tonight. That is beautiful. That is really good.
Really good. Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
man. That's a good row.
It's a good row.
Look at that. That
Great
is
row. Oh my gosh, I
fantastic.
love
Oh.
that.
Love it.
Even like the drawstrings of the sweatshirt.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Are we
Oh,
just
really?
on all of them? This is great.
I'm clicking on quite a few of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're all great.
Randy.
I mean,
Randy, I
don't-
really like yours.
yeah,
I'm not gonna let somebody do a really great job and not click on it.
I love it. I think it's great.
Nice,
impressive.
Nice,
Ocean.
Ocean.
Oh,
Very nice.
awesome, Ocean. Wow.
Ooh,
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa, whoa.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Really
I feel
nice.
compelled to click on all of them because they're all
It's a,
good.
it's
I
a
know, everybody, you've done such a great job tonight.
I have to click on, they're all on the same page.
Fun.
that's
Good.
Jeff, really great.
oh man.
That's
I love the far right. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Like a
That's
demon,
great.
Larry. Love it. Yeah.
It's interesting to see AJ do comedy.
Yeah. It is.
Oof.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Man, wow.
Really nice.
I have no idea how you're doing that.
Look at that. That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
I know this is.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I
Time to
love
explain.
that.
Yes.
The proportions.
Larry David Byrne, I love that. That's funny.
Oh,
Wow.
I knew that was Felicity.
Super
Really
fresh.
cool.
That's really fun.
Love the hair. That was great.
Oh, nice.
Very fun.
Lando.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Cool, Jeff.
What's that? Hold
Oh,
on.
that's great.
I have to click on that.
Oh, too.
Pretty funny. I thought it was like a Kentucky Fried Chicken ad when
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's nice, Peter.
Oh, that's
Wow.
really cool, Peter.
Wow.
Oh, Randy.
Oh,
Nailed
beautiful.
it.
Mm.
I love how supportive people are in the comments and Instagram.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fun.
Very nice. Look at that one in the middle, huh?
Very
Wow.
nice.
Really nice. I like how you did the earrings. It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's great right there.
Nice. Lots of these are fun. I
Mhm.
gotta click on this. Hold on. Really fun.
That's fantastic.
So cool.
Cool.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Good job.
Love
This
it.
is a fun drawing.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, that one's awesome too. The one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is
Uh,
great.
You know, I think that's the
Great.
one. It's pretty
It is.
good.
Can hear him say that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's cool, Ocean.
Oh, cool.
That's from this morning.
Yeah,
nice.
those cool piece
Nice.
too.
Awesome.
Oh, is that Jeff?
We've come, there's the one we were talking about from this morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Ooh.
Oh, no, we're
Awesome.
also talking about Victor's, which
Yeah.
I don't know if he posted it. It was amazing.
Some awesome work. Yeah, it's probably not in this thread.
It's not in this one. He didn't
Yeah.
post it here.
Well,
All right,
everybody,
everybody.
that
It
was
was a
awesome.
very fun night. Cassandra, Audrey, Montavo, Dale, Bill, Timmy, thank you all so much. It was a really fun night. Thank you
That
for
was fun.
taking the
Thank
time to
you.
draw with us. Everybody have a great week.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, John.
you.
Good to
Thanks,
see